You know, people talk about the golden age of muscle cars like it was 50 years ago. Like the last good muscle car Americans came out with was in 1969 or 70. But I disagree. I think the golden age of muscle cars is right now. The new Shelby GT500 has 660 horsepower. The Camaro ZL1 has 580 horsepower. And even this CTS-V Wagon has 556 horsepower. Now these two cars behind me are pretty special. I mean, underneath you have very similar drivetrains, and it's a testament to General Motors that they are willing to make this drivetrain with either a Camaro body on it or a station wagon body on it, depending on what you want. But we've come to Texas, and as we know, everything is bigger in Texas. The portions of barbecue are massive, the boobies are gigantic, and a man named John has a small shop here, and he likes to build things that go obscenely fast.
You know, this whole thing probably started as a kid where my dad exposed me to cars, and if a fast car was cool, a faster car was better. And as I grew up and had my own car, I bought a 442 Olds when I was 16, bought it with my own money, and it wasn't a day before I had the air lid flipped upside down on the Quadra-Dog carburetor and trying to get more power out of it. So been doing it for a little over 20 years, started in 1991 as a hobby. Hobby got out of control, and here we are building probably 300 to 350 cars a year for clients all around the world.
Now this is the HPE 700 package, and what you get for that is 707 horsepower and 717 pound-feet of torque. Now, you probably imagine that feels great to drive, but wait till you hear how it sounds. Shall we? Camaro ZL1 is already a massive improvement over the SS. Not only do you get the LSA supercharged engine out of the CTS-V, you also get the magnetic ride control suspension, which is just about the best piece of hardware General Motors makes. So good that it's actually not even really worth improving for a street car. If you want a faster lap time, maybe, but the ride is really good actually. I like how Hennessey makes the power too. It's not just crank up the boost, you know, because that, yeah, you might get one or two good passes, but once it gets heat soaked, your car starts to slip. It's not cool. This, different heads, different cam, headers, exhaust, old school muscle car stuff. It's not even running that much extra boost. All the stuff is made old school horsepower way. Wow. Lots of blower whine up front, tons of exhaust noise out back. I'm scaring cattle right now. They don't want no part of me on the side of the road.
GM LS-based motors are a great platform to modify. So new Corvette, Camaro, ZL1, Cadillac CTS-Vs. I'd say right now, in the last 24 months, more than 50% of our business is GM LS small block Chevy based V8s. They're very easy to modify. They're very reliable when they're modified. We've got the ability to do the calibration so they get great fuel economy, they drive like stock, and in most of our packages up to 700 horsepower, we'll offer a 3-year, 36,000 mile warranty. And I can only do that because I've got the confidence that it's going to be reliable and live, and the customer's going to be able to drive it like they would drive an everyday stock car.
I can drive around like this all I want, and the car's gonna hold up. It's gonna start when I need it to start. And if I'm gonna buy a $55,000 ZL1 Camaro, put another 20 into it with Hennessey for all the upgrades, you know, I'm 75 grand into a car. That car had better start when I want it to start. That was only 4,000 RPM, by the way. I need it to be reliable. I need it to get me where I want to go. And the good news is this package comes with a 3-year, 36,000 mile warranty. So if it breaks, it's on him, not you. If you got the money and you want to be eating ZR1s, this is basically turns a Camaro into a ZR1.
Every car is different. I look at every car as almost like a stock, you know, in the stock market. What potential does it have? You know, if a new BMW M3 comes out and it's 414 horsepower, whatever it's from the factory, BMW, I know, they take their cars and they don't leave a whole lot of meat on the bone. They tune their cars to where when you get it from the dealer, there's not a whole lot of upside left. Whereas on a lot of the Ford stuff, GM stuff, a lot of the American muscle car and sports cars, typically there's a lot more room to add more power. And so, you know, what you look at the LS-based motors, the Cadillac CTS-V, for instance, comes in with 556 horsepower. That platform goes up to 750 horsepower super reliably. Now you want to go beyond 7 or 750, then you need to look at pistons and rods and doing additional upgrades that are a lot more expensive. You can do 1,000 horsepower and we'll offer a warranty with that package. But every car, every package is different, and it's our job to figure out how far can we go so we're not pushing over the edge of reliability.
Now John will tell you that there are no downsides whatsoever to this package, and I agree with him mostly. You see, the exhaust, it's really loud, and that's coming from me. It's really ridiculously, ludicrously loud. It is so loud that I actually felt bad about driving past people's houses while road testing it. It's that loud. And then there's the cam. Now, a cam really wakes up an LS engine, get a lot more power out of it. So I understand why you'd want one, but you get the uneven, lumpy idle. Now, some people love that, and other people think that in between gears and while going between reverse and park and drive or at a red light, it makes the car feel rough and uncivilized. Now here, it's up to you to make the choice if that's what you want from your car. This car will go 185 miles an hour in the standing mile, which, if you recall, is about 10 miles an hour faster than I went in a bone stock ZR1. So you know that even if you can't do it right off the line, sooner or later that power will make it to the ground. I would advise a set of sticky tires for this car though, because 707 horsepower and 717 pounds of torque will just blow them right off. Now the bad news for someone like me is that this car, it's hard to see out of. You can't wear a helmet in it. You know, it looks cool, it does, I'll give them that. But for me, not so practical. Fortunately back there, we have the model of practicality. CTS-V Wagon, seats 5, same LSA engine, same HPE 700 package. You can get it for both cars. And that means same deal, 707 horsepower, 717 pound-feet of torque. And while pretty much everyone that I know anyway would say that a 700 horsepower station wagon is extremely cool, I think we should find out which one is faster in a drag race. All right, my favorite time of day, drag racing time. We're done with the road. So, HPE 700 Camaro versus your daily driver.
That's it. They both make similar power. The Wagon actually probably makes a tiny bit more power than the ZL1. The ZL1's a little bit lighter, so it's going to be a close race.
And you drive at your track all the time, and I've never driven here.
I got a little bit of a home field advantage.
Home field advantage counts, but who cares, right?
Exactly.
They're both fast. Let's go race.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Go back where you was.
Which county?
It's like 500
That's
feet that
Colorado
way.
County, on the other side of the creek.
Really?
Just go over there. That
Okay.
way everybody will stop calling in.
'Cause they're
Are people
Austin
calling
guys.
in? These things are so damn loud.
No, they thought we were stealing
no, it's
stuff.
the 3 cars. It wasn't the noise.
Oh,
It was the
okay.
3 cars.
Oh, all right. All right, back across the creek. Sure, no problem.
Across the creek, you'll be fine.
Okay.
You don't hear from us.
Then they'll call someone else, right?
Probably.
Okay.